Prologue: The Shattered Colony. The stars above the mining colony of Havern burned cold and bright when the first attack came. The colonists, farmers, engineers, children, looked up and saw streaks of violet flame. The sky cracked open, and the Veiled Dominion's fleet descended like carrion birds. The aliens laughed as their bombardments rained down. A school dome collapsed in fire. A cargo convoy was torn apart by beams of ultraviolet light. The humans screamed, begged, ran, but the veil showed no mercy. On the command deck of their flagship, Overseer Carson sneered. "Let the galaxy see," he declared, his voice carried on the Dominion's wideband channel. "This is the price of defiance. Humanity is weak. Humanity bends or dies." His bridge erupted in laughter as sensors tallied the destruction. 10,000 civilians gone, a colony silenced. The celebration of arrogance. The Dominion broadcast the footage across neutral space. The galaxy watched children crushed beneath burning rubble. They saw Terran vessels crack apart in orbit like glass. Alien courts whispered with smug satisfaction. The humans had always been an irritation, loud, inventive, defiant, but now they were broken. At a banquet on Carson's flagship, the victors feasted, their claws stained with grease and blood. They replayed the footage again and again, savoring human agony like a delicacy. "Earth will sue for peace," one admiral crooned. "Or better," another sneered, "they will sue for servitude. At last they will learn their place." The galaxy nodded in agreement. To them, the Terrans were too civilized, too fragile, too dependent on treaties and talks. They would not fight back, not against the Dominion. The footage played in every hall, every court, every station. Aliens raised their cups, mocked humanity, and basked in victory. But no one noticed him. The silent man in the shadows. In the corner of one alien warlord's great hall, where the footage looped on crystal displays, a lone human watched. He said nothing. He ate nothing. He had been sold to them as a translator, a liaison, a harmless representative. He blended into the background, unremarkable, forgettable. His eyes, however, never left the burning colonies replayed on the screen. No one realized his name was Commander Arden Cross. No one realized the footage they replayed in triumph was his colony, his people, his family. No one realized the silence was not weakness. It was the sound of a storm coiling in his chest. The silence breaks. The first sign came in the void. On the galactic edges, alien patrol fleets vanished. Their comms went dark. Merchant convoys stumbled upon fields of debris, hulks shattered with surgical precision. The wreckage bore no Dominion signatures, no known pirate marks, just silence. Then came the broadcasts. A single transmission, repeated on every open frequency. "Earth does not forget, Earth does not forgive, Earth answers." The words froze councils across the galaxy. Alien delegates scoffed, but their laughter rang hollow. For the first time, they felt a chill. And when the Terran fleets moved, the galaxy saw what answer meant. The awakening of steel. From hidden shipyards cloaked in the asteroid belts, humanity unleashed its armada. Dreadnoughts rose from their docks, their hulls dark as obsidian, their guns the size of spires. Carriers deployed like cities in motion, hurling forth squadrons of sleek black interceptors. Earth's war machine, quiet, disciplined, patient, had not been sleeping. It had been waiting. Every broadcast channel screamed as Terran fleets mobilized. Entire suns dimmed beneath the shadows of ships so vast they eclipsed light. "By the stars," whispered an alien chancellor, watching the fleet blot out his world's sky. They were preparing all along. The firestorm. The retaliation began with the Dominion's proudest fleet at Arathis, 80 capital ships strong, veterans of 100 campaigns. The Terrans arrived without warning. The first volley struck with rail-accelerated slugs moving at fractions of light speed. The Dominion's shields rippled, then shattered. Vessels that had survived centuries of warfare split like ripe fruit. Terran Marines stormed the survivors, black-armored, faceless, unstoppable. Plasma fire washed over them. They advanced without breaking stride. Their silence was more terrifying than any battle cry. One alien commander screamed across the comms. "They are not soldiers, they are storms given flesh." Within hours, the fleet of Arathis was gone. Not broken, not defeated, gone. The footage replayed. Across the galaxy, alien rulers gathered to watch battle recordings. They expected clarity, explanation, weakness to exploit. Instead, they saw annihilation. Terran fleets moved with unity that bordered on the divine. No hesitation, no wasted fire, no mercy. They struck with the weight of inevitability. The Dominion's proudest warriors died without landing a single meaningful blow. The councils leaned forward in disbelief. Their voices quivered. Who commands them? Who leads this vengeance? The cameras caught glimpses, just glimpses, of a man standing at the center of command decks, issuing orders with cold precision. His face was unremarkable. His eyes burned like void-forged iron. But the galaxy did not realize, not yet. They only whispered, trembling. This is not war, this is judgment. The storm without end. The fire spread. Terran fleets struck at Dominion shipyards, tearing them apart before new hulls could be launched. Worlds that had cheered the Dominion's triumph found themselves under the gaze of Terran guns. Cities that once mocked humanity went dark in single nights. Armies that had sneered at human weakness were buried under orbital bombardments so relentless the very crust cracked. The galaxy watched the broadcasts with growing dread, each battle more one-sided than the last, each victory colder, more final. And in every recording there he was. Unremarkable, silent, commanding. Him. The revelation. It was on the 100th broadcast that someone finally recognized him. An alien archivist, trembling, cross-referenced the footage. He paused the frame on that cold, unflinching face. His blood ran cold. "It is him," he whispered. "The human liaison, the translator, the one who stood in our halls and said nothing, the one we laughed past, the one who watched the colony burn." The councils froze, they realized. The man they had dismissed, overlooked, ignored, he was the storm behind the fleets, Commander Arden Cross. The galaxy had mocked him as powerless. They had replayed his agony as sport. And now he was replaying their destruction as judgment. Retribution. The Dominion's capital was the last to fall. Its sky filled with black Terran dreadnoughts. Orbital cannons roared and fell silent as Terran weapons shattered them in minutes. The Dominion's fleets launched in desperation. They were swatted from the void like insects. And then the Terrans descended. Columns of soldiers in black armor marched across the streets. The ground shook beneath them. The air thundered with the scream of engines. Towers toppled, palaces burned, oceans boiled. At the center of the capital square, Commander Arden Cross stood beneath the Dominion's shattered banner. He gave the only order the galaxy would remember. "End it." And so they did. Aftermath, the whispered fear. Silence followed. The Dominion was gone, its fleets erased, its world's ashes, its name struck from every star map. The galaxy cowered in the quiet that followed, afraid even to speak too loudly. On every world, in every court, in every shadowed tavern, one phrase passed from lip to trembling lip. Never provoke Earth again. They understood now. Humanity's patience was vast, but their vengeance infinite. And in the private corners of power, when rulers replayed the footage yet again, they saw him, the silent man, the unremarkable face, the storm given form. And they knew. It was him all along.